What's up, everybody? Today I am going to show you the behind the scenes of a remodel project we're currently working on. This home, I purchased it for $1 million. We're doing a $200,000 remodel, and when everything's said and done, it'll be worth $1.6 to $1.7 million. So it's been 2 years and 2 months, and it's time to put this beautiful home on the market. In this video, I'm gonna show you some before, during, and then what it is now. Some of the previous footage is when I purchased this home about 2 years ago for $980,000. We designed a plan to make this house feel like a home. We picked a budget of around $200,000, and we selected the things that we felt were most important to increase the value of the house. Now, the market has not changed that much in the last 2 years. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. It's still an amazing market, and there's 5 buyers to every house. But the majority of the increase of the value of this house is because of the design. With that said, a lot of times when you own a home, you do get the upside of the appreciation of the market, sometimes 5, sometimes 20% in a year. But with our ups and downs, we're kind of neutral. I'm gonna be putting this home on the market for $1.4 million. That is higher than the highest comp in the neighborhood, and I'm hoping that we get bids around $1.5 million, maybe even $1.6 million, but my guess would be $1.55 million. So how is it that this house can sell for above market value? Well, the more you see the videos, the more you'll understand. However, just because you design a house to look pretty doesn't mean you can get more than market value. When I'm looking for the buyer for this home, I need a buyer that understands the value of what we've done to this home, because when a bank looks at the home, they're gonna appraise it and they wanna look at the neighborhood comparables, and most of the time they will not loan more than what the comparables are. So what we need to do is find a buyer that sees the value of the additional upgrades, and they're willing to pay beyond and above what the lender's willing to offer them. So when we do that, when they make their offer, they're going to have to make an offer without an appraisal contingency within the financing. So it helps secure, it helps us when we're selling them the house, knowing that even if the bank doesn't appraise the house for the amount they're willing to pay, we will still close for that amount. So with that said, let me talk a little bit about some of the most important things in this house. One would be the paint color. When we purchased this house, hopefully right about now we're showing you some of the before shots where it was green, right? Not my style. So we designed this house with a 3-color scheme. The body, so beautiful and neutral. The windows, you'll see the front of the house, black windows. The trim, a nice beige, kind of white color, more white than anything. And it was very intentional when we picked out these colors, like sample after sample. And when we painted the home, we made sure that every color felt like we thought it would. And it turned out absolutely beautiful. Then you walk in the home, and I think the most dramatic impact in this home in the very beginning would be the staircase, the wrought irons. Like, there's a half pony wall. By taking that down, wrapping in a millwork, and having a wrought iron staircase made, it really made this home elegant. But then that's your main focal point. Now we want to start taking the fixtures and, tying them in. If we went all black, that's just too modern, too masculine, and it's not going to have that wow factor. So by going with gold, brushed stainless steel, and mixing in black metals, it really ties in this house. As you walk through, it's one of these things you just have to feel and see. But then the base, the floor, it's just a really nice neutral floor. And instead of refinishing the wood floors in this house, because that would have cost between $6 to $7 a square foot, we went with a luxury vinyl plank on the main floor because it gave us the 8-inch wide look with a good 4-foot length and plank, and it just gave it a really nice neutral feeling that we would not have been able to achieve with wood floors. Now, if there was a buyer that wanted the wood floors, okay, they can pull them up, they can refinish it, and that's not a hard project to do. So the base looks really good, but then the baseboards, the molding in this house, we did a 3-stack. So there's the baseboards are extra tall, the wraps around the doors are extra thick. We did a craftsman style. So again, it's a very cost-efficient way to make a house look beautiful. So it's a great way to spend a few extra dollars and get that extra wow effect. But in my opinion, the icing on the cake in this house is the kitchen. Like, we did everything we can to make the kitchen feel really open. We got rid of the pantry, so we were able to push the refrigerator against the wall. We even used some pantry space into the powder room, so that way when you walk into the powder room, the toilet is pushed back an additional 3.5 feet, so now the door opens and there's space within that powder room. And then with the extra space on the pantry, we put a closet underneath the staircase. And storage, people love storage. You can put a wine cellar in there, you can have an extra pantry in there, or you can just use it as storage. We stored our Christmas decorations in there. So, but it's a flux room where you can do what you want, but we utilize the square footage, but the goal was to make the kitchen feel as wide and as open as possible. And remember, we had a little doorway going from the kitchen to the dining room. By opening that up, instead of a little 3-foot door, now you have this opening that's 5 feet wide and 9 feet tall, and it just flows. And it's not like you're walking into another room, because your line of sight and your walkway, I mean, literally 2 people can walk through without turning. It's very spacious. And then designing the kitchen, with the white and the neutrals and the golds and the black. I mean, Sue did an amazing job. Like, you look at this kitchen and it is absolutely beautiful, but the way that it connects with the family room, this house was designed to live in. Now, most people today, you're gonna have your breakfast, your food, and your lunch at the island. It's gonna be a heavily used spot, but for dinners and family occasions, right here in this room, this says, just a really good conversational piece, because you can talk to people in the kitchen, in the living room, and in the family room. So it's a fun house to live in. But with that said, it's absolutely beautiful. Now, there's some things that we did to make the remodel cost efficient. Walls and ceilings, they're done in a flat and in the same color. Again, we did remove the rounded corners in the house, and we put more of a sharp modern corner just to give it an updated look. That was popular in the 90s, but today, you just want sharp, clean lines. So by doing that, we actually had to retexture the whole entire house. So it gave us the ability to have a modern texture on the house. And then when we painted the house, we did everything one color, walls and ceiling. Then you go into the bathrooms, you're gonna see a beautiful high gloss white. Well, that same color is on the baseboards, it's on the doors, it's on the door wrap. It saves approximately $600 per room in several hours, and it looks beautiful when you walk into the room. When you have this high gloss white, it really makes the fixtures, the mirrors, and the accent pieces in the bathroom really pop. Another way that we really made this house feel like modern construction is the primary bathroom remodel, right? It used to have this tile tub in the corner taking up most of the bathroom, and you had this tiny walk-in closet. So by removing that tub, and instead of taking up a quarter of the bathroom, we put in a freestanding tub, and then we increased the closet by 3 feet, making it truly a walk-in closet, right? The shower, instead of having a wall there, the wall is glass. So when you walk in, you can see the shower, you can see the tub, and it doesn't give you a spatial wall. It makes the place feel really open. And again, we use that white color in this bathroom, and it just looks absolutely beautiful with the white walls and the gray slate, and just the fixtures that Sue put in there just really made that bathroom pop. Now, in the primary bedroom, the ceiling felt really low. They had this tier, it was really nice, what you'd want in the 90s. I mean, this house was won the award for the Builder Home of the Year, and they just had so many, decorative things that they used to do. Well, that's kind of out of trend. So we just said, what can we do to make this house feel more modern? And by getting rid of, that sheetrock, I don't even know what to call it, design that they did, it actually made the ceiling higher and allowed us to put multiple extra lights in the rooms on dimmer, and you really get to see how big that bedroom is. And then the other really big project that we did was the backyard. Bringing in a tractor, leveling in the yard, putting in some retaining walls, putting in rockery, and putting in a nice sod yard, and just making the backyard feel like a place that you want to hang out. And it really worked out. We enjoyed it so much. And adding sprinklers, right? Because who wants to water the yard every single day? Push a button, let it rip. So with that said, this house turned out absolutely beautiful. I'm excited to see the end results. The reason I'm showing this video is I truly believe if you do more, you'll get more. If you're thinking of selling your house, you can design your house to sell for more. Now, there's a difference of having a budget of $25,000 or $50,000 or $200,000, right? Or do you have 30 days? Do you have 90 days? Do you have 2 years? What are the things that you can do that meets your goals and and your plans that can help you increase the value of your house that meets your goals, right? That's what I do. You know, I've been doing real estate for 20 years and I've designed a business model that helps sellers meet their goals. I truly believe if you put more into your house done right, you can get an extra 10, 20, and sometimes even 30% more than what your house is currently worth. Now, it's not just remodeling the house. There's so many different ways to increase the value of your house with home staging and marketing, you know, and having a right sales plan. But presentation is one of the 3 most important things when selling your house. So if you're thinking of selling, reach out. If you're in the King County, you know, Bellevue, East Side, Seattle area, this is my territory. I'd love to meet with you and see what we can do to help you design a plan to sell your house. I'm Matt Steele, Steele Realty Group, and I look forward to meeting you.